Hi, I'm Mark,
And I'm Carissa.
and we're Set
Set
on
on
Sainthood.
Sainthood.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to Cana, to the Church of the First Miracle
Of Jesus. Here you see the valley just north of Nazareth, and then now we're looking out towards Cana, which looks a little bit different since Jesus was there.
There was a marriage at Cana. It really was a retreat from the rest of the city, much quieter and reserved from the road.
We were blessed to enjoy this entire church almost entirely to ourselves, which we know is a blessing. So we'll take you on a little walking tour of what you'll see at the church at Cana.
So through this very first door, it's kind of like a museum, there is an archaeological excavation. In the morning they had the lights on so we could see it a little better. These walls would have been private dwellings built sometime around the 1st century, which is very exciting, and you can kind of imagine Christ going to visit, or maybe that's a place where they had their pantry for all the wedding food. You never know. And right downstairs there is a big surprise, we should say.
Yeah, big surprise.
Which is really exciting. We had heard about it, but we didn't really understand what it was until we were able to see it. We're going to try to capture it as best we can for you. This is one of the stone jars that you could say would have been something like what they filled with water to the brim at the wedding feast at Cana, which Jesus turned the water inside into wine for all of those jars, which is kind of amazing. And this thing was
Ginormous. We were shocked.
Yeah. And then the rest of the outside of the church, I guess you could say, is kind of like a museum of art, which is really great.
They had a lot of paintings with pottery shards woven into them that you can see glimpses of. And this one that we're about to show you, that cross in the top of it actually miraculously appeared while the artist was painting it. So that was pretty cool. And she donated it to this church. They had a lot of wine jars and these pottery fragments from throughout history there. So it was very neat to see what this place has been over the centuries.
There is a little side chapel here, and there was a wedding happening right then, but that's not for me to share. And we're already back to the front of the church, and now you get to see the inside, which is really great. On the floor, there is a 4th century mosaic, the Jewish synagogue.
Written in Aramaic, which was Jesus' language.
And there's Carissa praying, and just a beautiful image of the wedding feast at Cana behind the altar there. And really a great church to visit. So definitely go by, and don't forget to pray for those who are in the holy vocation of matrimony. And we prayed for many of you, and also for ourselves too.
As we renewed our wedding vows.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Check back in with us soon.
Are alive with the sound of music.